Hello and welcome to another episode of The Movie Garage. We're on episode 18 now, if I'm remembering right. I've had a couple of rums, so I might not be. We shall see. It's a movie review episode this week. I'm Jay, and as per usual, here's Gaz. How's it going, dude?
Yeah, not so bad, dude. I'm
Yeah.
good. You?
Yeah, hanging in there just about. I'm off at the minute, so it's drinking times again.
Yeah, Brello again.
No, thankfully, I've just booked some holidays. Fran's still doing this TV show, so I'm off being a house husband at the minute, making sure nothing burns down. Yeah, so like I said, we're on a movie review show this week. It's our movie of the week, and this week it is Onward, our first animated film. We're going to try a little bit of something different. So normally we just jump in and do it all really spoilery, and obviously, if you're not seeing it, you're not going to watch it. So we're going to try and do like the first 5 or 10 minutes with no spoilers. Then we'll give you a bit of a warning, and we'll get into everything else that we thought about the film in a bit more detail. So yeah, we'll go from there. What did you think of the film then, dude?
I loved it, dude.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was
wonderful.
so good.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely right.
so good.
Yeah.
This is the makers from Toy Story, I think it was.
I think so. I want to say it's Pixar. Yeah.
Yeah.
We shall see.
But in general, the flow of this film was just wonderful to watch. The plot and the storyline was just great.
Yeah.
And the comedy in it, you know, it gave you everything that these kind of classic films, these kind of feel good animated films do. It gave it everything that you wanted in a film. So enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it is. So the basic plot that you can see in the advert, it's got Chris Pratt in it. I thought I said all of them then just to cover all my bases. Chris Primesworth. So it's got so the main two characters are in this, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, who are obviously Star-Lord and Spider-Man from the Marvel franchise, if you're any superhero fans. It's an animated movie, and I think, do they play trolls? Is that the character that they are?
Yeah, the blue trolls in this. Yeah.
It's and then their dad unfortunately passed away, and he leaves them a magical spell that can bring him back just for one day. And they kind of mess it up, and he just ends up as legs.
Yes.
Sorry, go
on. That alone was genius.
Yeah, I thought so. That's the kind of thing that would really annoy the shit out of me if it wasn't done right. But it was really done well. It was brilliant. The way they react to him, the way they treat their dad's legs. It's just utterly brilliant. It's such a fun movie, and I think so. Tom Holland has made me cry in every single film that I've ever watched him in. So like every single movie has been Spider-Man. Every single film, he is the one that's made me well up and nearly go. He does it in this about 2 or 3 times, and he's a fucking cartoon troll. I don't know what it is about him that just makes me want to weep, but it's brilliant.
The lovely balance between because the two brothers in this is brilliant, because Chris Pratt's character's bigger, but big, clumsy, stupid idiot, not really doing much with himself. That's a bit of a geek though.
Yeah.
And of like Tom Holland characters, it almost feels like if it's Tom Holland.
Yeah, that's it. The pair of them.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it kind of felt like they just painted the pair of them blue, just made them do a film.
It really did.
But it's absolutely incredible. I liked all the little things as well. Yeah, sorry, go on. Finish what you're saying.
And yeah, the balance between them through the whole film was done really well. So well, so believable.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, like the balance of comedy and the balance of like all the heartwarming stuff that they put in, because it's really like it had like a really really good message, and that oh god, it's so hard to do without spoilers. Shit, this crap idea. I'll just keep my gum shut from now on. But yeah, I think they got everything right, every single beat of it, and I really like the way. So it's set in like a magical world, isn't it, with all these magical creatures, kind of in the same vein as Shrek, where they've got like all the fairy tale creatures
Mhm.
there, and the way that they've done all of these different creatures and the way they interact with each other is absolutely brilliant and absolutely perfect.
No, no, you're absolutely right, and um, the way that it is really hard to do without spoilers,
Yeah,
um,
it is.
but it really is because there's so many, like you said, there's so many different creatures, and it it, it takes you in that fantasy land kind
Yeah,
of feel
yeah.
about it. When a film drags you into that actual film,
Hmm.
that's when you know they've hit the sweet spot with it.
Yeah,
Like when
especially
you
especially when it's an animated one as well.
yeah, when you're watching other animated films like Toy Story, you start believing you're either
Yeah,
the toy that's in there that's helping them to it, or you believe that you're the kid that's had these toys and you come up with these ideas of what's going on. With this one, you are part of this film, and it really drags you in, and it was brilliant. And like, it's definitely one that I want to sit down with my family and watch.
mm,
It's one of them kind of, it gives you that feel of we need to get we need to get the family around and let's chill a Sunday afternoon and watch this film. It's so good.
yeah. Did this? I don't think this had a cinema release, did it? I think this was a victim of COVID. Didn't it just go straight to rental?
Yeah, it went straight in. It went
Yeah.
straight in. Um,
I hope it doesn't suffer because of it. It doesn't deserve to. It's such a great film.
it's been given really good ratings too.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's been raving about it. I mean, you can't. I
Yeah,
don't think you can go far wrong with that kind of cast anyway. But an animated movie as well, and trying to get everything like that on, because like I think Trolls did it as well, didn't it? I couldn't give a shit about Trolls, man. Singing Trolls, no one cares. Give me a movie
yeah.
about. Giving me a
I
movie
tried to
about
get
some
my
bad
2-year-old
people.
to watch that. He wasn't interested either.
No, there you go. You see, he's got taste. But give me two trolls that are trying to do magic, and I'm fully involved. I'll be
Yeah,
all over this. Right. Should we get a little bit spoilery and a little bit more in depth then?
yeah.
Right.
Let's get
Excellent.
spoiler.
Cool. So yeah, if you haven't watched this film, now's the time you turn off. Go and watch it. It's definitely worth watching. It's absolutely brilliant. You'll love it. But now for the next 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to be talking a bit more in depth about some certain scenes and things, so you're not going to like it. So yeah, log off. Come back when you've watched it. Um, it was uh, all the way through it. It was just making me laugh at really little bits. So like, so the mum's got a new fella, hasn't she? That is
Yeah,
he's a centaur, and every time he laughs, he neighs, and that just that ongoing joke. You can keep going. That ongoing joke all the way through it just like nearly crippled me. Little daft bits like that just really had me on.
yeah. No, you're absolutely right because it had that common theme throughout it because it's stuff like the dad, and he kept wandering off because he obviously has no top half, so he can't see where he's
That's
going, and
it.
there's little bits of that where they have to keep
They got
dragging
him
him
like
back.
a dog extended lead for nearly the whole film, don't they? Just this pair of
Yeah,
legs, because they make him a top half out of like a really shitty football, and then they end up getting onto a fight on the motorway with pixies, don't they? And it's
yeah,
like 20 pixies riding one Harley Davidson, and it looks like he's flipping them off out the window, but it's just because it's just a floppy nothing. It was just, it was just so fucking wonderful. The
there was
ending, like I thought I was going to be like really, really depressed all the way through it because you could tell what was going to happen. So they do the spell, they fuck the spell up. He ends up as just the legs, and you could tell that like right at the end, they were just gonna like get about 2 minutes with him and then just bang, and that's it. You could tell that that was the way that the film was going all the way through it. But the way that they switched it at the end and had him have the realization that basically his brother's been his dad for his entire life, because the younger brother had never known him, had he? And the older brother had known him for a couple of years but didn't really have memories of him.
Yeah.
And then like the realization at the end where it was like his brother's been there for him the whole time, and when he's just watching through the wall and the brother actually gets a chance to say goodbye to the father, I was like, oh, turn it off, turn it off.
Yeah,
I thought that was so well done.
Yeah, it was some right beautiful moments, you know, because there's another moment where, like you said, it kind of got me a little bit. Whereas, so the young boy who's not had any memories had a checklist of stuff that he wanted to do with his dad.
Yeah.
And he kept, like, the longer the time went by, because they've only got a day to do for the spell to work, he kept crossing the list off.
That's so rough watching him do that through it.
What was really beautifully done is he had flashbacks. So he had flashbacks of him doing the stuff with his older brother.
Yeah.
Where he's actually already done these things. His older brother was there, not just as an older brother, but as a dad figure too. So he started actually taking them, you know, and that's when he really believed in his older brother, because, like I said, his older brother was seen as a bit of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
It really showed a different light of the older brother in this, and it was really kind of touching to watch. And that was another thing, like you said, with the comedy and then stuff like that can really grip you. It was so well done.
It was incredible. Like, so like the main like theme is that they end up going on a quest, and the older brother, like you said before, is a little bit of a loser, isn't he? But he's mad into his Dungeons and Dragons, and like the world that it's set in is this magical place with all these magical creatures, but they discovered technology, so no one uses magic anymore because it was really hard to use magic, and now they've discovered electricity, and electricity does it like 10 times easier, so everybody's forgot. So there's like all these mad mythical creatures there that used to have like amazing powers and roles, just doing like the most mundane shit, and it was just amazing. So this Dungeons and Dragons game that the older brother's into was based on how it used to be, wasn't it? That's how he's saying. Yeah. So he knows all these spells, and he knows how to do them and what you need to do to execute them. But the younger brother, it turns out, has this gift for magic, and he's the one that's got to carry him out. So these really, really lovely bits where the brother's explaining what he's got to do and how he's got to do it. And the one that really got me massively was when he does the spell to disguise himself, because they get pulled over by the police, and they disguise themselves as their mum's new boyfriend, who, like I said before, is a centaur, but they've done it like a pantomime horse, haven't they? So one of them is like the front half, and the other one's like the back half, and they're not allowed to lie, because if they lie, it breaks the illusion. So the more questions these police are asking him, he's like trying not to lie all the way through it, but it gets more and more difficult. So he starts lying, and then bits of him drop off, and that bit for me had me in hysterics.
Yeah,
it was absolutely great.
There was that was a really brilliant part of the film. But another point, I actually proper burst out laughing loud, was whereas they were run away from the police. And there was a big gap in the road, or wherever they were, and they had to at the other side of the gap was a lever to pull the bridge down. And one of the spells is for him to walk over the gap.
Bridge,
and he wasn't willing to do it. Yeah, he wasn't willing to do it, so he wrapped the rope round him, and halfway through, the rope fell off, didn't it? And it was so good. Oh my god, I was like proper crying, laughing at that point, because he kept going, "Yeah, have you got me?" And the guy that's playing, Chris Pratt's playing, is going, looking at the rope, holding his hand going, yeah, I've got you.
He just gets dead cocky about it as well, doesn't he? And starts dancing just over this big ravine. Oh my God. So good. There's so many lovely little bits in it like that. I like I said before, I liked all the little bits as well. Like unicorns in it. I like these fucking like vermin, aren't they? Like it's the same, these bits where they come across like a pack of unicorns and these unicorns go like and then try and chase them off and stuff. Oh, absolutely brilliant. So Onward, marks out of 5.
4.
Same for me. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely brilliant movie. Doesn't really fall down. Like I said, I don't know what would have made me give it a 5. I don't know where I've taken that point away from it either, but 4 seems right.
4 suits right. And I'll tell you why 4 suits right is because in terms of animated films, Toy Story is perfection. And if we did a review on Toy Story, there's a couple of them I'll say a 5. I don't think it hits that level.
Yeah.
And it's not far off because it's really, really good.
Yeah.
But I think a 4 that's where I get marked at a 4.
Magic. Yeah, so big old 8 for Onward. Very nice. So that is it for our Movie of the Week review. Join us on the next show, which will be happening very soon. Subscribe to us on the YouTubes, on any other social medias where you want to watch us or listen to us. But besides that, thanks very much for watching. Cheers, Gaza.
Cheers, Jay.
Thank you.